Offensive Player of the Week. How does that feel after what you did last week?
Oh, it's awesome, but I love that I'm able to share this with my teammates because, if you guys saw especially the big run, I mean, it was all 11 guys. I mean, tight ends, making sure they get back on the slice block, O-line, especially Braden, tackle, making sure he washes everything down. So it's fun because it's not something that you can just enjoy by yourself. It's something you can talk with other people about.
What's the buzz like now after getting the win? Is that kind of in everything you've been through the past week?
I mean, anytime you get a win in the NFL, it's always a buzz. I mean, you're always just feeling good, but then it's up to you to kind of reset and kind of getting into that mindset of we got to go and prove it again this week. It's a week-to-week league, so it's always a good time when you get a win in the NFL. It's hard to do, but you always have to realize you got to reset.
Seemed like things really clicked with you and the offensive line, obviously, last week. That's something you guys have been building toward for a while. Just how rewarding was it to finally see some fruits for your labors?
Like you said, it was rewarding because we've been building up to that for a while. We've been telling people, hey, we'll keep working, we'll get it going. So it definitely is rewarding when you finally see all your hard work, coming out when it needs to on Sunday. And that's something we're going to continue to do. Started yesterday, it's going to continue today. We got to continue to work because you got to do it every single week.
How did you come out of the game yourself? Do you feel good? Everything down there?
I mean, you play an NFL game. I don't know if you're always feeling good coming out, but definitely in season healthy. So that's a great sign.
What changed? What changed with the running game?
Nothing really changed. Like we just mentioned, we've been building up to this for a while, but the thing is you got to stay consistent. When you start to deviate from your plan, when you start to deviate from what is battle tested, that's when things can kind of get messy and then you don't know where you're at. But if you continue to stay consistent, keep working, things will start happening.
Paris mentioned a team meeting you guys had before the Vegas game last week, how you guys came together through all the chaos. How did you see the team come together?
Really just everybody coming together with one mindset. It's a mindset of how are we going to respond? I mean, that was really the question, despite everything that happened, it's going to be on us, on how we respond on Sunday. That's what everyone's going to be watching. So I think just having everybody on the same page, just letting people know, everyone's going to watch and see how the Indianapolis Colts respond. So let's make it a good one.
How did you make sure the guys stayed positive through all of that?
Number one, just letting the guys know we've been in some bad situations. Before I've gotten here from older guys, them telling me about their experiences, and then even last year, I mean, we started off, we were 1-4. So we've been in some situations, but we've worked, we stayed consistent to get out of those situations, and this is another big test, and we worked through it, we persevered, but now we have to do it again.
What's the message before the Eagles Sunday?
Number one, just stay consistent and make the big things small. They're a great team. They're coming in here to Lucas Oil, but we need to make the big things small. A great team comes in, similar to Kansas City. We need to make things small, focus on us and what we do.
What impact has Jeff Saturday had on this team in a short amount of time?
I mean, like you said, it's been such a short time, but every time you hear Coach speak, you can just feel and hear the passion that he has and that he's doing everything in his power to make sure we are in the best situation that we can be. And whether that may be, I've mentioned this before, utilizing all of the coaching staff, making sure he's looking at all of the players' strength. I mean, whatever he can do to help the organization be in the best position it can on Sundays, you can just feel that's what he's trying to do, that's what he's here to do every time you hear him speak.
Jonathan, I'm assuming your status for Sunday's not in question. How nice is it on a Thursday after all these weeks of having to talk about are you going to play or aren't you going to play? How nice is it going through this week, kind of having not that be an issue that you're trying to work through?
It's nice because then you can just focus on recovery and just making sure you're as fresh as possible going into the game rather than you got to get healthy.